I'm excited.
Me too. All right.
I'm also scared. The hot ones, oh
Oh,
gosh,
the hot
my
ones are gonna be
asshole is
beautiful.
not going to be the same.
Real quick, Ken or Batgirl, would you rob Boogie for the cash box, slowly walking pace? You probably get away with it. That's some crazy void. I wouldn't do that.
I well,
I wouldn't do that.
I would, but I would only run so far because I wouldn't want him to genuinely call the police on me. You know what I mean? Like I would very obviously make it like a joke
Yeah, I get that. Like I would do
because
it.
I'm not trying to mess with this shit.
I would do it for like a bit, but I wouldn't legitimately go
Yeah,
out there and do that. Like I do it to fuck with him,
right.
right? You know, that'd be funny. But
Uh-huh.
all right, let's
I
watch
would
this
like
shit.
hide it somewhere just to troll him.
Oh yeah. All right.
I went to the
All right, let's check this out. Cyrax getting punched. Like, and if I'll show you in a second.
Oh jeez.
You went on a live stream claiming you gave my chain.
Like, bro, let's just
What the
let's
fuck?
just start with this. All right, let's just start with this. All right.
Oh, where do you begin, Ken? Where do you begin?
Where hold on. Let me not rare. Wrong word. Let me start over. Imagine waking up to this every morning. You know what I mean?
No,
Just like
no.
bro. Like
He's like a cryptid creature. Like, what is
so
that?
here's a wild thing, right? Here's a wild thing. When I first heard of Cyrax and I saw the pictures and all that, I didn't think this was real. I did not think he was real at all. I thought this was just like some AI weird shit, you know?
Right? Like a special effects makeup.
Exactly. And then I was like, let me figure this motherfucker out. And oh boy, did I figure this motherfucker out. This is 100% real. Like this dude,
He's
like you talk about I can't. There's so many levels of I can't with this little motherfucker. But let's,
he's kind of serving like a Trevor from GTA 5 realness. You know what I mean? He's kind of
oh,
giving
it's
off that
worse. It's
energy.
worse.
It's
It's worse.
worse.
Because he's like five
Oh
foot
no.
four. He's 5'4". He literally has,
Same.
he, no. No, I'm sorry. 5'1". He's not 5'4". He's like 5'1". He has no
Oh god.
shoulders. The shoulders are gone, right? He, so just a little bit about Cyrax. He was born premature, right?
Okay.
And his father is a confirmed S offender for like kids and shit,
Uh-oh.
right? He's been arrested. He has a record. He's on the
Aw.
registry and all that.
Oh,
So,
come on.
uh, his mother, right? Not his grandma, but his actual birth mother, I believe was like 16 or 17 when he got her pregnant.
Oh my
And
gosh. Okay.
she is also not all there mentally, like legitimate issues, like um, developmental
That's
issues.
sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, who he calls his mom is his grandma, Sally. Sally is the
Okay.
one that raises him. So whenever he says my
Hmm.
mom, he's talking about Sally. This dude out here that we'll see here in a second.
gift to the police. I went to the police and it's not there. Then I see you message me and you threaten me.
I didn't do shit.
You didn't threaten me with the knife?
No, I didn't.
Punch me again. I swear to God, watch what happens.
All right. So this happy little
You need to
devil.
back up. You need to leave now.
Or what?
Or I'm gonna beat your.
Make me.
You won't even.
Don't make me drop you, Chance. Back
Do it.
up.
Do it.
Back up. I try to be
Do
a
it.
friend.
You didn't do shit. You lied.
The only one that stood up for you, all the trolls,
I've had
you're
those.
begging. Help me, help me.
I will knock your ass out. If you
Do
leave.
it.
Normally, when money comes around in the LCU, there's a chance where nothing is going to happen and it's going to be a boring day where I'm just going to take random clips, or not really random clip, but just take clips as I need, right? And maybe there would be some fighting, maybe some drama, maybe some whatever, and it would be like, less than like a 30-minute video. Not today, though. Not today. No. Today was a little wild. A lot crazier than I expected. Yeah, I know I'm starting off with cafe, and usually because I do start off with cafe, not really much happened on cafe besides like cover some Cyrax stuff, which is cool that they're still covering lolcows, and good old Kenneth, right? Is a little tired. He's a little sleepy. He had a very rough weekend, and I relate to that because I had a very rough weekend, right? I was either extremely intoxicated or hungover, which meant I was very sleepy. And as we speak, I am recording all of it at 3:50 in the morning Tuesday, and this is probably going to be uploaded around 8 or 9 o'clock. Then I'm probably going to live stream some point today, right? May or may not do a short little stream, the YouTube short stream. I may do maybe an hour or two of that later today, if you guys want me to do that. Right, we'll do that too. Right. But nevertheless, I wanted to start this off by saying that damn shit got crazy because the next couple of clips, from the other shows, bar maybe from Nerd and Tess for the most part, I don't really care for Ozzy. Ozzy was just whatever. Everything was very crazy. It went from a very calm, relaxed Monday, not really Monday, very calm, relaxed Monday stream from cafe to oh, oh, oh boy, this is getting interesting to the point where we may actually start seeing genuine lolcow mentality. But obviously, given that the LCU, it's sort of in a weird way like to cut that kind of stuff. Oh boy, it's gonna be a hell of a video because we went from incels, true cells, femcells. Yeah, I know I'm saying all those three words to xylie crashing out. Also somewhere in the middle, Eric. Right, Eric is there. Cares, right? To more crashing out, and I guess somewhere in the middle, Queens and Milkers are kind of cool right now. Yeah, it hasn't been. It's been a while, and it's probably gonna be a while, couple days, right? After days of drought and nothing happening, I guess something is happening. I mean, the fact that I said true self, fem cell, and incel back to back to back kind of says a lot of what's going on. It's gonna be a heck of a video, ladies and gentlemen. That I will do a stream. I'm gonna have to do a whole 3-hour stream maybe of all this. All right, let's move on to Dark.
Hi, so to the community, here is Chick-fil-A. Or Chicky. Is your fucking Discord name TrueCell?
Well, okay. Ignore that.
Hard to ignore that, dog.
Ignore it.
Well, I am a trying to reform myself, former incel. But I forgot. I thought my name was just Chicky on here. I don't know. I don't know who changed it back.
No worries. I mean, pop up. People in the chat are saying, "Damn," and "Hey, yo." Z Dark says another one for Milkers. Chicky, are you familiar with the lolcow universe?
I'm not very familiar with it, but I've seen, I've searched on YouTube the lolcow milkers, and it is really I just see like a bunch of like crazy, aggressive, fat, ugly bitches. And well, okay, I am crazy and aggressive and fat, but no, I am kind of mid. Yeah, I feel like I've looked a bit into it, but I'm not super familiar.
Okay. We also have Dickie J. Good to see you, Dickie. I'm familiar with your work across the internet. I've crossed paths with you a number of times. Very funny guy. My introduction to you was you playing with a knife and cutting open your hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so when I was basically on cam, I was fucking around with my butterfly knife and I accidentally cut myself. Do I still play with it? Absolutely. Every day.
Chat wants to know, is there anything we can do about Dickie J's lighting?
Okay, yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, there we go. Sunlight D.
Sunlight, I'm a gamer. I hate vitamin D. Don't ever say that.
Rude. You know who loves vitamin D?
Who?
Cancer patients. Anyways, we are doing a audition. We are looking for people to become hosts on the lolcow universe. We want you to show out, give your personality, just engage with some conversation here and there, and let people understand more about you. So, Chicky, what brings you to trying audition for a host role?
Well, I'm trying to dodge employment at all costs in typical Black fashion. So, I thought, I see that you guys are holding auditions here, and I'm like, might as well try my luck. I was watching your stream earlier. It seemed pretty bleak. I think that I possibly could offer something here, and then also it'd be preferable to make money doing degenerate fucking drama swap on Keemstar stream than fucking working a 9 to 5 at Crumble Cookie. So that's why
I don't want to be a statistic. Like, what the fuck? Continuing this shit, bro. Zach, do you see the floodgates you've opened, brother?
This is Tech's fault. This is Tech's fault.
No, I know listen.
Heaven forbid I try and stop her speech right now, okay?
The only rule I know is that I can't drop an N-word. I can't drop the N-word bomb or any slurs. So I'm being good.
No slurs, no hate speech. Don't hurt yourself on camera. Gallows, you want to comment on what she just said?
Brother, she's over here saying that she's going to perpetuate unemployment of black people. What?
Do you have a counter argument? You can engage with her.
I mean, I've got a counter argument. Like, I mean, I have served in the military prior to this. I was employed for like 10 fucking years. Like, that's not a thing. I mean, it's fine if you want to go that route, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want people to think like most black folk are just that way where we don't want to go do any work.
No, of course, there are plenty of hardworking black folks.
There you go.
I'm one of the outliers.
Wait, one of the outliers in what way?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to,
I
drop on this
am.
one.
I am probably like the negative. I am the negative stereotype of the community. Well, except like gang
So
slang
you're saying
and
you're
stuff like
what's
that.
wrong?
I can't gang slang because I don't like to leave my house. But you know, I can be like the lazy stereotype. Where I can't get a job and like it'd be nice to have like some food stamps.
See, at least you own up to it, though. That's what I'm looking for. Like, I need some accountability here and some transparency.
Is there going to be growth in the future? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't like the way you waited that long. I don't like that.
We either, well, okay, we either.
Too much
Well,
hesitancy.
maybe either this audition,
That's it.
either this audition goes well, or I apply to some Section 8 and food
I'm gonna
stamps.
tell you what.
in the next month.
You need to go to Chick-fil-A right now and apply there before you do anything else. After that
I
comment that you made,
don't believe in Chick-fil-A. I can't support. You know, despite my name, I can't support them. It's very disgusting nuggets and fries.
The
so,
community
like,
wants to
literally-
know,
The white person in me is very offended, by the way.
Yeah.
So we have at least 3 confirmed biracial people on stream right now, which is great. You know, I think diversity in the lolcow universe would be fantastic.
And tech.
big ups.
Because you know, I'm Mexican and white. Gallows is Panamanian
Black
and Brazilian. Wait, was black and what?
Oh yeah, exactly. You actually went a step further and specified it. So yeah,
Yeah,
Panamanian
yeah.
and Brazilian.
Oh yeah, Panamanian Brazilian, which is, you know, Hispanic and African descented. Jakey, people are asking, are you black and Asian, or are you just Asian?
Well, you know, I actually kind of I like to keep it a bit of a secret. You know, you there's a lot of like social fucking maneuvering you have whenever your race is kind of ambiguous. So if you accidentally let a slur slip, then you can be like, well, actually, I'm native. Actually, I'm Chinese.
There's no accidentals here in the lolcow universe. Okay, you
Well,
fuck up, you fuck up. That's
not that
it.
would happen here. Not that would happen here. But let's just say that maybe I see a
Yeah, the girl you saw there with the big tits, the big boobs, and all that, and the interesting face, and surrounded by what I would assume is a bunch of virgin men. Not being insulting, they just give off deep virgin energy again. Let's be real. I met a bunch of nerds out there that get it in, right? And I met guys you wouldn't expect, but like these guys give out that strong virgin energy. And they all kind of are incels or true cell, and then they're going up against a fem cell. And all I was thinking was like, this can't be real. None of this whole thing can be real. It was very much real. Do you not understand that as I was watching this stream from Dark, and for once, Dark was actually entertaining. For once, I sat through it and died laughing because watching these idiots just go at each other and debating on the whole thing about doom, about statistics. Like, you could, like, it's just so stupid, right? And let me be real. I'm in my late 20s. I'm known about a lot of this stuff. I'm known about the MGTOW stuff for at least more than a decade. Same thing for red pill stuff. Same thing for incel stuff before it was even called incel. I've known about this stuff. And as a guy who I would say that went through, I would say that when it's coming to women, right, and approaching women, it is sort of true that a woman can just go out and get any dick they want. But also at the same time, depending on the guy you are, you don't even need to be attractive. I mean, guys who ain't that, who are not the most attractive and still get it in. I think in one hand, I will somewhat defend incels, right? Because I feel like where they're coming from, I understand it. On the other hand, some of them are so wacky and crazy. Like, and I know this is, let's be real, and maybe some of my audience may not like when I say this. There's a reason why the incel to transsexual pipeline is a lot more realer than you think it is. It's much more real, and why so many of them end up getting into these weird fetishes because of mentality like this. And like, but at the same time, when it's coming from the girl who considers herself a femcel, which is ridiculous of me saying this out loud. I mean, yeah, like a lot of women are unhappy. A lot of women are unsatisfied, whether that be through sexual means or emotional means. Let's be real. Like, on both, when it's coming to the gender question and all that, right? The G question, gotta be careful how I word that. Both sides of the spectrum have it rough nowadays, but it doesn't help that both sides of the spectrum are so stupid about everything, right? About there's really no way to approach men. Even if you come up with like in a traditional manner, like, right? Come on, I come from again, I don't feel like dog whistling, but let's just say that I used to really be into neo-reactionaries and reactionary thinking, like Nick Land and all that kind of stuff. I still am. I think I could still get old connection back into a lot of those places if I really wanted to. I just don't. nothing against them. I still kind of agree with a lot of their positions. It's just obviously just I've been personally busy, but like even if you bring up traditional means with these people, they don't give a shit. And when they do accept it, a lot of the time it's like a LARP, like Andrew Tate. You know, you know, it's just annoying. And this whole stream just gave up the vibe because it started off as whatever, it's dark, it's boring, it's slow. I thought I was gonna get a funny clip and just talk about it. Maybe Tech Protect would talk some shit about Ken. Nope, they got into this whole topic and it was miraculous. It was beautiful content that I wanted to cover because let's be real, the LCU has been in a bit of a drought, bit of a stagnation after Wings leaving, and now we're getting something. And honestly, Tech Protect, don't be a pushy, push your stuff. You know how many people will come around just to watch it and how many people will donate for it? This is a gold mine of information, and I love it.
Fucking arguments, bitch, and trying to add it to yours. Make your claim here. Let me respond to it, because
No. The burden of proof is on you. You said
I was having more of an argument with you
your
here.
claim was that you were a femcel. It's done.
Yes.
You've made claims. You have to show the burden of proof
No,
of those
and I guess
claims.
no. My argument is yes,
What's your
femcells.
argument?
Femcells. All women can get laid. Gorlock
Okay.
the Destroyer.
Okay.
Anyone can get fucking dick, but
You and I on the same page.
They can get the dick if they are willing to be used as a fleshlight and not have anything actually serious taken of
Well, you
them.
could say a lot of men can get used as a wallet if they want to and have unfulfilled relationships. I don't know.
Okay,
Where,
sure, but that means they're getting dates. They're getting dates on women. They're getting
What's
shit
your
like
argument?
that. Well, yes, everyone gets unfulfilled fucking relationships. People struggle. So all I'm saying
People
is,
struggle.
Got it. People struggle.
I do
Yeah.
know. I do
Life
think
sucks,
women.
then you die.
It was
The
great
majority of
bringing you in.
femcells-
We're swapping you out. You made a good point. Dickie
Dickie.
J, a true
What's up?
incel, apparently, is what you were saying.
Well, no,
this is
he
your
said he fucked
opportunity.
women.
Oh, you
He
also
said he
fuck
fucked
men.
Well,
Your name
well,
is
my
literally Tricky True Cell.
my argument is that femcells are not one-to-one. You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say fucking this again. After spending fucking time in like multiple incel communities, you'll get men who pull ehos plentifully, and then they still have the standards. And if the men who are not actually getting any people's attention, it's usually because they're hyper fucking autist. It, honestly, inceldom is just a cringe thing for everyone. But also, yes, it is to feel like a victim. So you know what? I can get fucking dick, but I can't get a boyfriend. I can't get a boyfriend.
Okay, we're
And you
gonna.
know, you can say chicks because you're
Okay,
like low
alright,
value,
alright.
you're fat, it's because
Okay,
you're
no.
crazy.
Okay, Chicky. Okay, we're gonna start this from the very
even
beginning.
as a Stacy, I could not get a
Seriously,
boyfriend.
my femoid. Okay, let's start over. Right? What involuntary celibate? Right? That means you are involuntarily contributing into celibacy. Right? Meaning, when it comes to the whole aspect of like sex and like the whole sexual dynamics and the way that they're formed, right? If you're engaging in sexual activity, no matter if you fucking orgasm or come or not, right? You can't. By that definition, be an
incels
incel.
getting prostitutes? Why? Tell me why incels don't really get prostitutes that often. What are they seeking? Why don't they want the prostitute?
It's illegal in most places. Number
No,
one.
no, you're not about to be a fucking
Like,
moral.
oh yeah,
moral.
okay, as a
You're not being moral. I guarantee you, most
getting
incels
fucking
are
tickets to
fucking
fucking
parents.
Taiwan or Thailand, and then they're fucking picking the people up there, and then getting some fucking pussy clout. Like that's literally the fucking position you're taking on. Like I'm sorry that like a lot of the
What
incels
is
that are
pussy
fucking
clout? No, absolutely not.
They don't
Absolutely
know
not.
where prostitutes reside, especially when it's places where they're illegal. So I'm sorry.
F the incel, no, because most
Oh my
arguments with
God.
incel take is like they don't want to be pity fucked by a fucking prostitute. So what do you think they're seeking beyond just being able to like get a prostitute and fuck? They actually want 11 GF to lay down that pussy on them.
Wait, but let me ask you this. Let's say there's a guy who only exchanges in like emotionless hookups. Is he an incel?
No.
Then why the fuck are you qualifying
Well,
emotion?
because there's
Why
not
are you qualifying emotion?
There's not a deeper desire for it. There's not a deeper desire for it. There's not a deeper desire for it.
No. Here's what you're doing, okay? You're applying emotional qualifiers as a caveat to not be an incel, right? And when I asked you that fucking hypothetical, you said, "Oh no, he's not an incel, but the sexual encounters are meaningless. It's only
If
for
you look
sex."
at like no again, because if you look at most incel fucking
yeah.
Discord, then why do they bring up like if they're like okay, incels have a big thing they have like called beta butts. They like so like if women date guys that aren't Chad, like if they date like normal guys or like guys who aren't typically attractive, they call the incels refer to that beta bucksing.
It was a great conversation. I
Okay.
think you've defended your incel honor. We're bringing in.
Yeah, this guy, no offense, really gives out the strong, like, 40-year-old version vibe. Like, again, I'm a bit of a weeb myself, and I do have a bit of an actual degenerate past. And from my own experience with these people, when they, like, you know, when it's come to this topic, I've always have said this very clear. If you can avoid unnecessary sexual activity, avoid it as best you can. That's the reason why a lot of religion and a lot of organization eventually comes to the conclusion like, maybe you shouldn't be fucking around a lot. Right, and this person is a good example, right? I know there's a whole joke about, what no pussy does to a man. Have you ever seen what pussy does to a man? It makes him go nuts and crazy. And this guy is an example of both things. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if this guy reads lolly H stuff on the side. It would not surprise me, right? Right? It's a shame because as a guy who like genuinely like anime, not in like in the one buff weave sense, but like an actual anime lover. It's kind of disgusting when I have to deal with these people more often. But again, I'm not here to talk about the whole lolly stuff. I am not equipped for that. And maybe one day if I am, but it's probably going to be somebody who is more knowledgeable about it than me. I'm not that kind of person. But nevertheless, watching these guys freak out on a woman is the most comical thing ever. Because on one hand, again, I understand the incel plight, and I'm not really trying to be an asshole to these people. On the other hand, it's comical when they just, just snap. It would be hilarious to see Zayzuda interact with these people. It will be the most comical thing because it will just. I get to see one buff we trying to the White Knight Zayzuda, which he has to because that's his host. But it would be hilarious to see this like fold. It's not gonna happen because one buff and Zayzuda probably won't. But if it does happen, props to them. I would genuinely actually enjoy it. Like stuff like this is what the LCU needs. Stuff like this is what the LCU desperately needs at the time to shake things up. Because if they're in a state of stagnation, this kind of stuff will help them grow. It will help them get more of an audience. They're not gonna do it because sometimes they're really incompetent. But watching these two idiots fight, I ain't gonna lie, that girl, she hits it. But at the way she talks, also, I'm a little hesitant because I'm like, are you just regurgitating like a midwit, or are you genuine about what you're saying? And on the guy on the other end, he's probably not any better. They're probably both equally bad and both equally degenerate from different degrees. And coming from a guy who's seen both sides of the autistic spectrum, was he brought up you have to be sort of autistic to be an incel? I really don't think so, but it is very common, right, for a lot of incel to be on the spectrum one way or another. But then again, I've seen guys who pull even if they're on the spectrum. So I'm just saying, I think it comes down to obviously the numbers do matter, but it also kind of comes down to your own who you are as a person. If you're just rotten to the core, you're just rotten to the core. There's no amount of making you look good that's gonna save you in the end. There's no amount of makeup and surgery and body workout that's gonna fix your personality. And guys who who struggle, trust me, I understand the feeling, but ultimately, like, if you have a standard, just stick by the standards. Yeah. All right, let's move on to nerd as a kind of a good way to break this stuff up just a bit before we get into the xylie stuff.
That is really impressive.
Except the tires. The tires have to be legit.
Yeah, the tires have to be legit. Does it run? Bro, you're gonna see in a minute. That part was the coolest part to me right there.
No, imagine crashing this shit though.
Bro, it's gonna be a bitch. You're gonna go flying.
That's gonna be the most painful fucking car crash you've ever been in.
Bro, look at that bitch. Look at it.
Stepping on a Lego, but Lego pieces lodging into every crevice of your body.
Bro, that's gonna kill. That's gonna fuck up a lot of people. Just Legos flying at like 30 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Just think about how much damage they do just stepping on them. Just imagine them flinging at you at like literally like 60 miles per hour.
I don't want to.
Like a bitch.
No, literally.
Oh my god, it's actually fucking crazy. Oh my god. Well, you know what, Eric? We're not gonna keep you up here long because we want you to focus. If anything, if you want to start working on it, when's the next time you think you're gonna actually start, filming again?
Well, I just took a break right now, but I'm gonna start filming tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. You do about like 3-4 hours a day?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? When did we say June 10th was our next day? No, I believe. No, I'm just gonna say officially, if you didn't hear it, it's June 10th. And I see that you're making progress, and I'm willing to extend it just a tiny bit. But every time you come on, we have to at least, you have to show everybody, because I want it to be the full video to be a surprise. But at least show me and Zay, and if we show that you're like this close and the deadline's tomorrow, we'll extend it a few days if we really need to. I don't want you to rush yourself, but I also want you to have your priorities straight. What you're doing, when you're doing it, how much you're dedicating to filming, and still helping out your family and your mom and your grandpa. So, like, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm legit. Like, I am legit very proud of you. She said you're going to have, like, a trailer. I didn't even see it. And then when I just saw it, impressed. Everybody put clap emojis. W's in the chat. Eric proved the people wrong today. Eric showed that he has the motherfucking gumption to actually get this shit out. Because you know what? Eric may be a motherfucking spaz. He may be a knucklehead McSpazatron. He may be everything that you guys say, but you know what he's not? Lazy, apparently. He just gets distracted, and it happens. Because 3 hours to dedicate, and it looks that good.
And we're excited to see more.
Effing killed it.
You gotta prove this guy wrong. He said GTA 6 will come out before Eric's Lego video. That Lego video is gonna be here way before GTA 6.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen.
We're getting Eric's Lego video before GTA 6, guys. Hell yeah.
It better do something, damn it. Like, it's legit, like, not only I'm impressed, but once Keem sees it, I'm pretty sure he'll be impressed too. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that.
What did
It'll
Keem
leave me
say?
shocked.
There's really not much to be said. I just put it in here because, you know, they're just talking about the whole Lego video stuff, and it is what it is. Eric is almost done with it. He'll probably get it done probably by the end of the month. Honestly, I just wanted to put in something here that's a little bit more wholesome and a lot less, like, you know, wild and crazy, because it's going to get more wild and crazy from here onward. Maybe until we get into Queens and some extent tests, but really that's about it. Because let's be fair, I'm not saying that people don't care about the Eric stuff. I'm in the camp of props to Eric for scamming Keemstar and the whole LCU, because that is hilarious. 10 out of 10 Eric, top tier shit posting. All right, let's move on to the real stuff.
I got legs, I got fucking mouth, I'll get up and walk the fuck away. I just like when I have a host with me, we can bounce off each other, we can tell stories, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be boring if it was just one person.
Xylie wants to know, what are you talking about? What you said? What'd you say? She said she was gonna go to the website.
She did.
She said
She was saying that she was going to find every comment that I've ever said and use it against me. She knew some website that she could look up all my information. Rastov had to drag her off of Nerds.
She did that? She said that?
Yes, I swear on my life.
What the fuck?
I can't prove it, but it was on one of the Nerds episodes. I'm sure they know which one it is.
Well, tell me, I would freaking pull. Oh my gosh! So she said she's gonna dig out your information.
Yeah, I was going to record it, screen record it, but I was like, maybe it won't matter. But
wait, what was it? It was out of Nerds VC or was it out of video? A live?
It was on live.
Then of course you can prove it. Fuck that. Funny
Yeah,
how I just won't come up on Rewind with all of this. Well, she's here right now, Xylie. I wouldn't go up on Rewind either if I was the way you treat her. I don't go up on Rewind because you don't like me, I don't like you. It's like I try to
my life.
Yeah, I try to avoid you because I don't want conflict with you. We gotta work, you know, in situations there's times that we have no choice to work. I wanna get along with you, but we just don't get along. And I wanna be dude, that is wrong. I can't believe she didn't get in trouble.
No, and Buff and Zay were just like, oh, Sweet Tea, you're being so mean to Xylie. And Rastov tried to drag her off a couple times. I mean, you can ask him.
What the fuck? So wait a minute. Why
did save her image?
And Keen didn't say nothing to her. They didn't say nothing to her about it.
No, I don't think so.
Hold on, because there's a reason why I don't have a host. One of the main reasons was that the person that was there before said that people couldn't find stuff on her and she got fired. So isn't that going IRL? I'm kind of confused.
I know that's what I thought. We weren't supposed to do that kind of stuff. Like, say, go back and look through people's stuff, and like she was mentioning, like, I know websites that can do all this kind of crazy stuff to find out who you are and all this stuff. And I swear on my life it happened.
Yeah, I definitely want to look. I will definitely look for it. If I had known you should have said something before the show, I would have pulled it up.
I didn't want to throw Xylie under the bus, but I might as well. You know, it is kind of scary.
What do you mean?
Knowing that she'd go that far?
Yes, absolutely. You're not. No, nuh-uh. Tina, why would she sit up here and lie on her?
What?
Xylie, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to fight with you. I don't. Me and you never liked each other. We don't see eye to eye. But I don't ever go up on Rewind because I don't want conflict with you. I'm high as fuck. I can't even talk right now.
No.
Xylie, I have to ask. Why did you really do this? Yeah, I dragged her out because I am drunk. I am her drunk babysitter. It doesn't fucking matter. If she's drunk and threatened to do this to her, she should have to fucking answer for that.
She doesn't have to answer for anything. I don't think.
No, she fucking does have to fucking answer for shit. Anybody else would have fucking done that. They would have had to fucking answer for this. I want to know what the fuck.
God, I wish I knew what episode it was. It was one where they were like up all night. It might have been.
Xylie, what? You really said that to her? You're gonna find her real life stuff and post it?
Yeah, did you?
Hello?
Do you hear me? Because I'm in my truck. I'm about to walk into the store.
Yes.
How well do you hear me?
We can hear you good.
Okay, great. Have you lost your fucking mind? I was talking about all the shit that you talk in Discord where you flip and you emotionally manipulate people in the fucking Discord.
For you. And why were you talking about websites you knew that could look up stuff about me? I remember you saying that.
A website that can look up on people. What are you talking about? One, I was drunk. Two,
don't matter. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter if you were drunk.
It don't
you
matter.
spent 30 minutes trying to tear me down.
I'm still talking. Are you still talking? Because I was talking. I'm explaining everything. One, I was drunk. All right. Two, I started crying because, oh my God. Two, Garian gave a donation which got me emotional because I was drunk. I can't help it. I love me some Gap, okay? Three, bitch, you're going to let me talk. Three.
So if you're not aware of what's going on, apparently xylie in her drunken stupor. We'll get into the clip in a second, or not a second, a couple minutes. In xylie's drunken stupor mind, she's decided to threaten Sweet Tea. Let's be real, and if Sweet Tea ever listened to this video, let me be real with you, girl. Who gives a shit? I mean, I understand that you're new to this oh my god. I know that you're new to all this stuff, and that's perfectly fine. At the same time, who gives a shit about xylie? Xylie is a old, bitter-ass woman who probably, doesn't have kids, doesn't have anything, is who, she's unhappy with her life. End of the day, she can threaten you, she'll threaten you, she'll call you whatever, but she knows there's a line that she can never cross. And if you want to push it towards that direction, ain't nothing stopping you. Mess with her, fuck with her. Who cares? She's just, let's be real. Everybody in the LCU is scared of xylie. Everybody in the LCU is either scared or they just suck her off because it's easier rather than actually confront her. And that's what it comes down to. It's not really about being scared about xylie. It kind of comes down to they don't want to deal with xylie's crap. They don't care enough. That's really what it boiled down to. If you ever met people like xylie in real life, you would know that in the end of the day, they just talk shit. That's all they do. They can throw clips in you. If I was you, I would just roll with the punches, make fun of her for finding these clips. Just tell her, you wasted your life? Why are you a dumbass? Just, ridicule. Just mock her. Rather than constantly being scared of her. And, hey, props to her for, standing up towards xylie. Personally, this is good-ass content that we haven't had in a while. And of all the people it's happening to, it is xylie. And I'm perfectly fine with that. You don't even understand how happy I feel. This mess is so great to watch that is... I want to see it keep going. I think that's why Keemstar took the position he did, because he felt that, he know that if he resolved this in a day, it won't go anywhere. This probably won't be resolved for at least another couple days if we're lucky. Right? All right, this is going to be covered and be critiqued on all sides. And me personally, I am so here for it. Right? Do I think xylie would... I do think xylie would threaten her, but I don't really think xylie, for the most part, was quote-unquote trying to dox her, right? They get into it, and it clearly wasn't that. But at the same time, you can't use the excuse that I was drunk. You really can't. That's not really an excuse in the LCU. And mind you, the same thing that happened to Savage, she got fired for this stuff. But it's funny how fast people are sweeping for xylie, how fast people are coming in to defend her. If anything I've learned about the LCU, it's it's run like a mafia. It runs like a gang, right? The higher ups are the ones that are being protected the most, right? It ran like a mafiosa. In the end of the day, the only way you could take it down is from the inside out, right? And xylie is one of the top kappas or couples, however you pronounce it. It's just funny watching how fast people defend her. And let's be real, a lot of it is kind of, who cares, right? Watching xylie crashes out is hilarious. 100% makes her a true lolcow in my eyes. And I'm here for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Real quick, I want to say that.
I told you to be manipulative.
Hold on.
Put down
Quiet! I want to hear what she's saying.
Social manipulation. I like you, but don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with xylie. Look, Sweet Tea, we're still friends, but you gotta take this fucking advice. No. Xylie, hold on. I got you. Xylie, I got you.
Bitch thought we were friends. I'm like, bitch, I never even DM'd you. How the fuck are we friends? Bitch, parasocial? There's a reason why I don't do fucking DMs with everybody, okay? I DM with real motherfuckers, alright? And you ain't a real motherfucker, so you ain't getting a DM from me, bitch. What? With your one arm?
No. This what kills me. Hold on, I got it. No.
One arm fucking ass, she said.
Queens and Becky's training you.
I want to hear when she threatened. Hold on. I want to hear when she threatened you. Did it come up yet?
No, it hasn't.
Okay, let's continue watching. That's all I care about. I don't care about the names or anything. Let's hear what she says.
Release it on everybody.
She can suck my dick, bro.
Yeah, suck Xylie's dick, Sweet Tea.
Yeah, suck her big.
I will say, as somebody who's tried to come at xylie before, okay, it is not an easy feat. and I don't recommend it. I really don't recommend it if you're new.
No. Can they see it on YouTube?
Go to a final boss without doing all the side quests.
That's the thing. Sweet Tea, if you don't understand, let me, okay, Sweet Tea, I hope you're watching. Let me explain something to you. Okay, all right, 5 minutes, but don't worry, it won't take 5 minutes, okay?
It will.
Okay, listen, Sweet Tea, take this as a warning, okay? If you want to come at me, bitch, I have all the receipts, and if I have to hunt down all the fucking receipts on you, I will. I don't have a problem. And if I can't find them, my friends can find them. Because you know why? All we have to do is look up keywords that we said, because there's a great finder on, like, an app that...
You know, I'm saving it for myself, okay?
Look at his face.
Oh,
Look at
shit.
his face. I know she fucked up.
Let me hear that again.
If you don't understand, let me
Hold on.
Sweet Tea, I hope you're watching. Let me
We got 5
explain
minutes left
something
of
to you. Okay, all right, 5 minutes, but don't worry, it won't take 5
Hold on, I want to hear this again.
Okay. Listen,
I love
Sweet
you.
Tea, take this as a warning, okay? If you want to come at me, bitch, I have all the receipts, and if I have to hunt down all the fucking receipts on you, I will. I don't have a problem. And if I can't find them, my friends can find them. Because you know why? All we have to do is look up keywords that we said, because there's a great finder on like an app that...
You know, I'm saving it for myself, okay?
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Okay.
Oh
fucking
my
lie about something
God.
like that. I would never lie about that. And she said about the website and stuff later on in the stream. She just keeps on. She never did that though, did she, xylie lovers?
Ah. What do you guys
What do
think
you have
about
to say
that?
about that, Pig
It's
Pill?
Discord stupid.
What do I gotta say? This wouldn't be a
What are
fucking
you talking
issue if you're still right here emotionally manipulating people.
How is she
Seriously.
emotionally manipulating people?
What I heard is it sound like it's from the Discord, not taking it real life. Where did she say she's taking it real life?
Why did Rare stop? Hold on. Why did Rare?
Look up shit about me. She got her friends to look up shit about me.
Why did
On
Rare?
through the stream, she said something about a
About
website.
Yes. No. She said, and if I can't, hold on. She said, if I can't find it there, I have friends that can look up things, and then Rare stop cut her off.
Where it says anywhere else. Show the part where it says anywhere else. Anywhere else except for on Discord.
All right, well,
Sounds like to me it's from Discord.
You need to stop. You need to lower your fucking voice.
On
Stop being so
Discord.
fucking disrespectful. You ignorant little bitch. You're so
you
fucking
want to hear
fuck you.
Two-Face washed up
Two-Face, bitch. How the fuck am I Two-Face?
I
If
can
I
be
was
as honest
Two-Face,
as I want to.
if I was Two-Face, bitch, I would sit there and be like, oh, xylie. No.
Two-Face, do exactly what she does.
How the fuck am I Two-Face?
I'm not willing to kiss that bitch's ass.
Exactly. That's
You
why.
are an emotional manipulator who sits there crying.
It's not emotional manipulation.
Talking shit on
The way she talks about herself and hype herself up is so funny. She's like, I'm the final boss of the LCU. I'm like, that's Keemstar. That's actually Keemstar, not use. The way she does it hilarious, and the way people glaze her, and the way people like, I don't know. If that was the situation, I would have just been calling her out. I just probably would have mocked her real hard and just went with it. Firstly, because I don't really care, but also because, again, I've dealt with people like xylie in real life, and they're just the biggest pushover. They'll threaten you, they'll get information on you, and what? What you gonna do? Nothing. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. It's all about talk. It's all about talking. It's all about this and that. But when it's coming to push and shove, they're no different than anybody else. That's really what it comes down to, sweet tea. And I mean, like, hey, props to her. People are shit talking her. People are criticizing her. Hey, go for it. But here's the thing, though. If you're somebody who's been wanting content like that in the LCU, even if it's the most dumbest shit ever, it's hilarious to watch xylie crash out. It's hilarious watching her, having people come in and sweep for her. Freaking when Buff Wee was trying to gaslit Sweet Tea into thinking, obviously that, xylie was trying to dox her. Obviously that wasn't the case. And even Keemstar had to come in and be like, what are you doing? Stop gaslighting her, thinking that she was getting doxed. And one Buff was like, okay. It's hilarious of the amount of sweeping, the amount of work they have to go through just to gaslight people in a certain mindset. If that doesn't show you how much of... Obviously, I'm going to use the Ruby and Grace thing and even link how they say like the LCU is a bit of a cult. It is. In some regard, it is a very secularized cult. Right? A very much clearly secular cult. Like, if anything, it's kind of very paganist in that sense, where like xylie is like one of the high goddesses. Keem is like the all-father or the king of the Olympian. You know what I'm referring to? Stuff like that. It is a very secularized pagan cult, and it's so funny watching it just slowly, people coming in defending it, right? That's what it feels like. you know, in the end of the day, I'm here for this stuff. I'm here for xylie crashing out. I'm here for Sweet Tea calling her out. I'm here for all of it. It's funny how so many people are willing to sweep for her. Hell, even Rastop and Boogie Myth, yeah, they're sweeping. And the only one that wasn't was Keemstar.
Fuck, you know I don't do that shit.
I'm not saying you were, but this is, she said accurately what happened in that clip, and then everybody gaslight her saying that she was accusing you of doxing, but she wasn't.
Well, that's funny because you played the clip when I confronted her about that. She stood 10 toes down. That's what I was trying to do. So explain that clip that you played earlier.
That's after everybody starts gaslighting her that she's like, that you're doxing.
Okay, question. Sweet Tea, do you think I was trying to look for all your information?
Yes, I do. I wouldn't have said it.
What is that, Keem? That's doxing!
Well, you said that you were going to send your friends out.
What is that?
Okay, but you said you're trying to find everything on her.
What she said on the Discord and what she has said on the LCU channels.
I
have always made it clear that I don't go IRL. Guess what? They're in the Discord, bitch.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I know for a fact that xylie is not doxing you or threatening to dox you or going IRL. I know for a fact. But what I'm saying is, she accurately said what that clip was, and then everyone else.
Didn't, because I never said I was going to look for her information, Keem. Absolutely not. She said it several times. She said it several times in that fucking live stream that I was looking for her fucking information. I was not looking for her information. I was talking about the gaslighting she does in the Discord and between the shows.
When I said that comment about how you were emotionally manipulating, why does that have to lead down the road of, oh, I'm going to get my friends to find out stuff about you. I'm going to hunt down
wait. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck about that part. What I give a fuck about...
That's the main part I care about.
You know what? I don't give a fuck what you care about. Because what I care about is you saying that I was looking for your fucking information, bitch.
You said that you were going to find out everything that I've ever done and all that, and you did not make it clear that it was Discord.
What? Are you...
Look,
are retarded. You really are retarded. Holy fuck. It's okay. We'll talk about it on Rewind tonight after our meeting that we're going to have anyway. Bye.
Let me talk.
I got turkey burgers. They're burning.
Okay. Look, this is what's happening, right? Extreme miscommunication, all right? I know xylie well. She's not going to dox you. She's not going IRL, all right? That's not what she meant in that clip. However, anybody watching that clip might jump to the conclusion that she is, just based on how she's saying it. We're going to find everything, you know what I mean? Right? So I understand the miscommunication here, right? But I also don't think that Sweet Tea is making it out to be something that it's not either, because if I'm watching this stuff, I might think, oh my God, this bitch is coming after me. She's literally saying it.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up today. I didn't want to make a huge deal out of it, but it has been in the back of my head ever since I seen her say all that.
I don't think this is necessarily a good look for xylie at all, right? I think if she was sober, she never would have fucking threatened to find every little bits and piece of shit she can find online on Sweet Tea. But I also don't think xylie was going IRL. I mean, I know she's not.
I wasn't really thinking that she was, but it was just like when she made the comment about her friends finding stuff and just the way Rastoff and Buff, they knew what she was talking about. They can say that they didn't all they want, but they knew exactly why they
knew. Wait. We knew about an app that doesn't exist?
You knew
that. Are you high?
No.
Are you high?
No, I'm
seriously.
Saying, listen to me.
No, I didn't kick. No, I did listen to you. You listened to me. I kicked her because she was on Nerds for a fucking hour and they'd stopped making money. Yeah. And they didn't have their show. I literally asked the Discord, should I go get her? And they were like, yes. So I went to get her and she wouldn't leave.
I mean, it does look like, if you watch that clip, it looks like Rastoff's trying to save xylie from going too far.
Exactly. It's exactly
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You got me. She was about to out the fucking app that we all use to find information. You fucking got me.
Rastoff.
Oh, my God.
Rastoff, I'm telling you how it looks.
Yeah, I know. It's a small fucking clip.
It looks like you're stopping xylie from going too far.
You know, you go watch the entire time she was on Nerds and you come and tell me if you don't think I should have done what I did. All right? No, seriously. Because it's a small fucking clip out of context.
First of all,
Sweet Tea watched that whole fucking episode.
Did I tell you you shouldn't have done what you should do? Or what you did? No, I didn't tell you that. I'm telling you how it looks.
I know, but she's spinning it because she watched that whole fucking episode.
The whole episode.
You know how wasted she was on there. She was crying about how much she loves Zayzudin and how she always believed in her. Because you're trying to tell me I was trying to save her from something when I wasn't.
You're not allowed to make jabs at people. That she was being emotionally manipulative. She was crying.
So I don't give a fuck about that. I'm saying I wasn't trying to save her from doing something bad. I was trying to give them their fucking show back.
It sure looked like that.
Oh, I'm sure it did. From the fucking 30 seconds out of the whole hour she was on there.
Hey,
okay.
To anyone in chat saying clips are taken out of context, blame our docket team because I have no clips in context. So
True.
I'm trying to understand it just as much as the audience. But to me, it seems like wild miscommunication. Look, if I'm Sweet Tea and I see xylie saying that, I think Xylie's coming after me and she's going to find every little bit of dirt on me, not just online, but in real life. That's the way I'm going to take that. And with you pulling her off, saying I'm trying to save Xylie, comes across that way. Am I right, Boogie?
It's exactly it.
But also, I know Xylie, and Xylie would never go in real life, right? So I also know Xylie's innocent, right? This is just giant miscommunication on both sides. And I'm not going to blame Sweet Tea, and I'm not going to blame Xylie. But it's just not a good look.
I blame Sweet Tea. I do. And I'll tell you why. You need to understand that we as content creators are not going to do that shit to you. You should have some fucking brain in your head.
Xylie,
you goddamn troll.
Here's the thing. You don't have to be worried about Xylie, like, fucking with your in real life at all. What she was saying is if you're going to go after her and call her out for, what was it, emotional what? Manipulation?
Because she came on Queens and told me and Becky that we were both emotional manipulators. And then I thought, you know, it's funny because like 5 minutes later, she's on here crying to Zay about how much she loves her.
And so then, so then she fired back and threatened you with all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I thought it was just something so little. If she could crack that hard on something so little, it's scary.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Boogie? I'll let you talk.
I genuinely think Sweet Tea's being a fucking retard. I think you are taking it far too far. Xylie was drunk, and also Xylie has a very historied reputation that you can find out just by searching her name on Twitter, that she actually comes out against people that have gone in real life, including people that went in real life in this community. She called them out first. She warned us about those people, and she helped boot them out the fucking door, you dumbass retard. This is the problem with brand new people coming in and getting shows when they don't know the community. They don't know the fucking lore. Take the time out of your busy fucking schedule of sitting on your ass and start learning how this community fucking works.
But Boogie, I don't think Sweet Tea's being a retard. If you watch this clip and what Xylie's saying, it seems like Xylie's coming after her.
It seems like it. It seems like it. Use your fucking brain, though. Process it. Think about it. The world seems flat. The fucking world seems like it's giant. Use your brain. Think.
She didn't just see this tiny clip. She was in the chat like the whole time that fucking Xylie was on.
She kept on saying about the same thing.
And I see all the goddamn...
Let's be real, everybody. All of these people are emotional manipulators. Let's not kid ourselves. All of these people are emotional manipulator. Not simply Sweet Tea, but everybody. Whether it be Boogie, King, Rastop, whoever you think, they're all emotional manipulator. They're all gonna gaslight you just to think in a certain way. They're gonna call you an idiot or call you some type of insult just so they can feel like something. All of the people are emotional manipulator. Let's all be 100% real. None of these people are a saint. None of these people are as good as you think. They will gaslight you. We've seen it a number of times. How many times has Keemstar gaslight people? How many times Keemstar manipulated people into different situations, whether they be hosts, right, or gas them up? We've seen this a number of times. We've seen this happen to. We've seen this with Boogie. We've seen this with Wing, Xylie. It doesn't matter. Everybody in the LCU or most of the hosts are nothing but emotional manipulators, right? And the moment you realize that, that's when you realize that there's a lot of content to be made out of it, right? I feel like Xylie calling Sweet Tea out for an emotional manipulator is really a nothing burger. Who cared? That's good content. Let her be called out. Let her be, But it's funny how fast Xylie gets butthurt. How many times we've seen Xylie get, in her emotional feelings about this. Oh, sorry for that, guys. The rest of the stream was more or less the same. Before this stuff, it was whatever. Nightmare got in trouble. He had to get a tattoo because of the whole link stuff. We'll get into it when we get into it. That's probably the last clip of the video of this. Yeah, last clip of the video. But it's just hilarious, right? It's just hilarious how all of it is happening. Is there how far it's gonna go? I don't really know, but I do like to see it, go full on critical mass. I want to see how far this would go with these idiots, because you can tell that this is gonna last a little longer. And when we get into the rewind stuff, right, you can tell that Xylie looks really defeated. She's just exhausted. Sounds like an emotional manipulator, but again, they're all are, right? Like, my point is that you cannot trust these people with your own emotions, right? You really can't. And that's the best way I'll put it. if you're in the LCU, don't trust these people with your own emotion because they'll use it against you. They'll manipulate you. They'll gaslight you. They'll do everything you can imagine. And when you realize that, maybe I should protect myself, right? You know, like kind of like spiritual warfare type of deal. But, you know, it's just funny. I just find this stuff funny in my eyes. Now, what is gonna come from this for the next couple of days? I hope this lasts a lot longer because again, I want to see the ship post go hard. Oh boy.
I don't care about that part is when she was saying that I was looking for her information. That is my whole problem with this. Now, when I was drunk up on nerds, I think I just got finished typing that in the Discord at that time. That's why she said what she said in that chat. Okay? I was also drunk. All right?
I know
That's
that.
why I said what I said to her because we kind of went back and forth in the fucking Discord. I believe. I think I remember that. Yeah. Because I remember typing it in the Discord. Well, I'll go find it. Fuck it. But for her to say that I was looking for her information, what?
I don't know. I get it. I guess I don't know.
And then
I can
you
see
sitting on
both
your
sides of it.
stream, and then you sitting on your stream going, "Isn't that IRL? Is Xylie going
but it's
IRL?"
the
I'm
clip,
like,
that's what it
"Holy
sounded like.
fuck."
I didn't see the clip.
Okay, Roxy. Next time somebody, okay, here's a pro tip for you. Next time somebody comes to you with claims about like that about anyone, the first thing out of your mouth is, "Show me some receipts."
I was scared. Listen, I was high as fuck today, and I don't get high. It's candy that I thought was candy.
I
So I
know.
was so scared to even try to pull up a clip.
Well,
because
just know, I got so pissed off at you, I unfriended you on Discord. I didn't block you. I unfriended you so you can't fucking message me. No, because I'm fucking pissed with you too.
Oh my God, we just started being okay.
No, yeah, I know.
Oh,
and
God.
you sat there and let her fucking say that without even asking for a fucking receipt.
I was trying to pull up the clip.
Even Becky wouldn't have pulled no bullshit like that. Nah, fuck that shit, bro.
Oh, okay.
She'll hear me on rewind. Don't forget, we have a goddamn meeting after this fucking.
I know, I'm trying to stay
live
awake.
stream.
I know, I'm trying. I'm so Becky. How do you get high? I was so high today. I ate my daughter's candy.
Oh my
I thought it
God.
was regular candy.
We'll talk about that in a second, guys. Just so you know, I updated the goals. So if we hit either $1,000 or 100 members, and right now we're 43 out of 100 members, then Tina will stream for six hours this weekend with Roxy.
I got it. I got you.
It could be all on one day. It could be split between two.
I tried all weekend. I asked every fucking body, bro. Everybody.
Well, this way you guys both get practice.
I knew OBS, the basics, but like I wouldn't have been able to like pull clips and shit. But I could have ran it and we could have had fun. But yeah, I don't know.
No, we don't pull clips over here. Only Becky does, but she's trying to she's trying to act like she's not racist and shit, but she's racist.
Becky, why?
You don't like Jewish people?
This made me pretty funny because most of Milker was just milk toast, whatever. But this made me really funny the way Xylie was like, "I unfriended you. You got on my nerves. I unfriended you, so you can't even message me." Like, Xylie, you acting like a freaking child, right? The way she's acting, the way she's crying about this makes her sound so childish. Like, come on. You sound like a child. I met a person who was just like that, and all I thought was, are you like a baby? Like, do you not know how to use your own words? All you do is cry and complain to mommy and dad. It's just like that, right? It's just is like that, and it's so great to see this. Again, I don't really feel bad for most of these people a lot of the time. I don't think a lot of these people are good people. A lot of these people are emotional manipulators. Becky is probably the key example of that. Xylie probably is, but the way Xylie comes on, you don't think about it, right? You know, it's just so funny.
What that dumb little bitch Sweet Tea's been saying?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm wondering which one should I show first. You know, I'm going to start with this. This is a clip of Sweet Tea being talked to by Boogie. Okay.
All right.
And Boogie, this is Boogie talking to her when he was King Boogie, you know, the weekend or whatever, when King was gone.
Yeah.
And this is after she had, and I don't know when it happened in comparative to this, but she had went on, I want to say it was Test.
Yeah.
And she wasn't thinking, showed a family member, showed her kid. And then when people were trying to tell her in the Discord, hey, you shouldn't do this, you need to stop being so open about, you know, all this other stuff, then she turns around and starts telling these people, you know, basically complaining like they're trying to dox me, when all they were doing was trying to warn her. And even Boogie recognizes that by what he says here.
Sweet Tea, you tried to cover for your stupid mistake. Will you please just admit you did it, because you know that you did?
Well, yeah, but those guys on Nerds had helped me out with the audio and stuff. It really was messed up.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the mistake you made on test. You exposed something you shouldn't have exposed and then said it happened a different way than it actually did. Don't do that shit. Now, I'm trying to protect you and your family right now without getting into the details. So my suggestion would be to say, yes, boss, it won't happen again. Can you say that?
Yes, boss, it won't happen again.
Now, your punishment is you will be here on Saturday to fill in when I can't be here.
So that's her doing that there. Hold on, because I want to see the chat. So let me stop streaming for a second and put the chat over here with me. All right, pop out the chat.
So she has a history of what? Embellishing.
Yeah, she does in Discord all the fucking time.
So,
wait till you see what she said today.
Very,
all right, so good.
Very clearly, the accusation here. She gets herself in shit and then accuses people of doxing her.
Well, not all the time doxing her. That was one example. But she'll get into shit, and then what she does is she pulls the, woe is me, I'm a girl with disabilities, feel sorry for me, but I'm trying to be in the lolcow universe. It has fucking lolcow in the beginning of every fucking show! Do you think we make cookies here? Do you think we're serving muffins? No, bitch! We're not!
We do have cookies, though, on occasion. They're stress cookies. Boogie eats stress cookies.
I need a motherfucking stress cookie just by coming in here.
How do you think I feel?
Bruh.
Next evidence.
All right, so this is her on Milkers today. And this is the one timestamp that I'll go ahead and show. There was plenty of talk. This little girl, and Roxy pissed me off too. All right, yeah, you see I look by timestamp. I look for information, the word information. All right, make it big. All right, here we go.
Of course she did.
She said
she was saying that she was going to find every comment that I've ever said and use it against me. She knew some website that she could look up all my information. Rastov had to drag her off.
I know some kind of website to get all her information. Now, when you hear about somebody getting all of your information, what does that fucking sound like?
I love this clip because it shows how defeated xylie is. Like, you can just tell she's exhausted by all of it. You can tell that she kind of screwed herself up by being like this. Like, if anything, you know, I would have just straight up told xylie, like, you're not allowed to drink for a while on stream. Your drunkenness has gotten you in trouble, and no matter how much you try to spin it, you still look bad. I feel like if you would have showed this to a regular person, they probably would have done xylie with some type of asshole and some type of doctor. Let's be real. If you separate the LCU and bring it to reality, into the real world, most people would have thought xylie was in her drunken stupor threatening somebody. Because you don't, let's be real, when somebody is drunk, let's not like try to gaslight anybody. If you're at a bar and somebody's drunk and he started threatening you, you take this serious no matter what, because you never know what they're gonna do. And I feel like they're overlooking that so much to sweep and defend her. I 100% believe that. And again, for me personally, I'm not going to. I don't really care for xylie. I'm perfectly fine if she gets. Well, I say, you know, I would kind of feel bad if she got fired to some extent, but even then, given the way I am, I don't want to destroy the ecosystem of detractors and all that. But at the same time, it'd be funny. I'm just saying that, you know, like you can't act like that and then act like you're. It makes her look even worse because the rest of the stream she was just sitting there realizing that she probably screwed. Because I'm here like this is probably gonna turn a lot more worse at things as time goes on, and this is probably a life lesson from her. Like, if you're drunk, don't say stupid shit. Maybe stop drinking for a while. You know, maybe this is why Roxy was right. Maybe you're an alcoholic. Just saying. Don't act like a child. And don't act like, you know, you're innocent when in reality you're not. You can't simply pull the car like, well, I was drunk. Like, I done a lot of stupid stuff when I was drunk, and I tried to never make an excuse of it because that was my own decision to drink, and that was my own decision to say those things or do those things. Oh boy, we're gonna end this out with a test.
You know, a few words spring to mind when I think of the term lolcow. Retarded is definitely one of them. So I suppose in today's state, I am officially a lolcow. But then also being acknowledged the fact I'm a lolcow makes me not a lolcow. It's like lolcowception type shit. That's not crazy. I'm in the shop. I'm gonna get some drinks. I think I have like any gift for Grim. What do you guys reckon? Let me have a look. Grim, you probably need some more of these. What are we on? Heavy flow, light? You further? I'll just probably recommend. I'll get them for you. I'll get you a gift.
It's gonna be a bigger one than that.
Oh, cool, man. We're branded.
Look at that peach, y'all.
Yeah.
Can we get peaches in the chat? Peaches in the
How
chat.
retarded am I?
You, yeah. That's the size, yeah? That's the size. I'll be honest, regret's starting to kick in a bit. Regret is starting to kick in a little bit. Yeah, it's true.
Dude, my
No one can say this isn't
like,
me.
like fucking my artist genuinely is like, no, fuck you. You're in here now. You're doing it.
Fucking visible.
Yep. Fucking size that.
You're not happy.
Dude, my fucking. So the thing was, my nerves on my leg were twitching like fuck.
A car with glasses on. That's how
So
it
did
does.
it hurt whenever you got it done?
No, towards the end it started sucking. Don't get me wrong. The
You've been
peach
bland.
fucking started to sting like a can.
Yeah, this is quite the cattle brand, isn't it?
Yeah. Does he know about your,
Yeah,
what you do?
oh, me and Julian are fucking sound.
You know, I told my dad about this. He said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I said, "It's content." He goes, "You're a retard."
When I do something like that, well, it depends. If you like it, like it.
That's wild. Popping like a motherfucker.
Motherfucker. It's the fact that you did it, man. It's so surreal.
Mm-hmm. I love the peaches in the chat, by the way, guys. Keep them fucking flowing.
Yeah, keep going with the peaches, y'all.
Nice.
Wait till you see the huge ass.
Yeah, man.
I'm fucking yellow.
Alright, so let's end it with Tess with basically Nightmare getting a tattoo. That's really what it was. The whole thing about Nightmare showing links and all that on lolcow Tess. Keem wasn't really mad. Keem was just like, whatever, I don't really care. He had to get a tattoo of lolcow Tess. Pretty funny, very lolcow-ish, yada yada yada. We're at the end of the video. I will probably live stream, right? And we'll probably cover more of it in details. Maybe later on the day I'll do a short stream, one of those like YouTube short stream stuff. We'll wait and see what happens. I'm not sure how things are gonna play out. It would be nice to do something like that for once, but we'll wait and see. With that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found us a lot more interesting. For once, we finally got some content that is in like less than 30 minutes. Until then, y'all have a good one. Be safe, and as always, God bless.